What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer. So I have an idea. It's just something I thought of after I did a stream today where I kind of got heated on stream, which I apologize to anyone who was there for that. I wasn't in a good mood, and I got a little upset and had to end stream early. So apologies for that. But it made me think. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, but like I think now's the time I officially start this. Especially after the last video. I think I want to start trying to like very seriously streak DM10. Cause you know, I lost the rider run, which was kind of sad. I didn't like it, it's shocking that I lost that run to me. And also I have like a system on my stream where I'd like take run requests and have people like drop my items and stuff, which definitely affects my gameplay. But I think what I want to start doing, at least for a little bit, is I want to try and just through my own decision making and game process, see how far I can take a Skul DM10 streak, like how many times in a row I can win. And I think I want to start that this video. So I guess this is like the first count towards that streak, which means I'm not going to do run requests, at least for a little bit. But I'm just going to see how far I've come in the Dark Mirror, essentially. Through my own decision-making processes and, you know, like gameplay ability, I suppose. See what I'm capable of, because, you know, I've had a couple of annoying losses that I don't feel like I should have had. Like that rider loss was like, frankly, a disaster. That was just lazy gameplay, and I don't want that to happen again. So a couple of rules, like if I wanted to, I could just take the same skulls every time that I feel like I can win the easiest with and streak like that. But I think what I want to do is streak with diverse skulls, which means I guess kind of business as usual, at least for my channel, aside from no run requests. And, you know, I don't know, just start with like, just choose 2 skulls to start with and let the flow of the RNG dictate where I go. But, if I win with a skull in the streak and I haven't won with another skull in the streak, I think I'll try my best to take, as many skulls as I can, you know? Try and get like as diverse of a streak with different skulls going as possible. So like, you know, don't just take like, I don't know, Hunter and Minotaur every time. Because, like, and I'm not saying this is true, but, like, imagine these are my best performance skulls. Like, I'm not going to take these every single time and just, like, win endlessly with them. However, I do think I'm going to start with the Minotaur. Because he's a very solid early game skull. So, getting through the early game, like, if I was actually, like, min-maxing truly and trying my hardest, to win every single run through the early game, I would take Minotaur, because I think he's maybe one of, if not the strongest Act 1 options that you can take in the starting area, for, you know, to clarify that. But even outside of that, I think he's just one of the strongest options, and his strongest ability is Bludgeon. So let's see if we can find that. If I can't find it soon, I'll just take whatever, except Stomp. they've almost all been Stomp so far. Let's see if we can. One more, and if it's Stomp, I'll do one more. The next one that's not Stomp, I'll take. God, Jesus fucking Christ. Please. Maybe her sitting on the ground will be lucky. Let's talk to her for some luck. You'd be wise to quit trying to go against them on your own. I want to stop you, but I don't think I have the right anymore, since I couldn't save anyone. Well, let's get a little sadness to start our run. For whatever, Body Smash will do. Sadly not Bludgeon, but it is what it is. And alongside him, I was actually thinking about taking the Hunter, but I think I'll take Monkey. People seem to like these two together because apparently it kind of has like a little thematic consistency with the story in which this character originates from. I forget what it's called. It's like something Monkey King, or I don't know. People will tell me in the comments. But I remember when I first started taking these two together, people were like happy because of that like thematic consistency. So an uncultured man such as myself sadly doesn't know it, but I'm glad people got some enjoyment out of it. So yeah, I just want to make it clear I'm sorry to people on stream. It wasn't a very fun stream for me. I imagine that translates to not being fun for other people. Maybe I need a bit of a break. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to take a break. I'm hoping maybe this streaking thing that like this format on stream will translate to me feeling rejuvenated, because like this is something I've wanted to do for a while, and like I don't know, I've just been motivated lately because of some stupid losses, and also I don't know, like my decision making on stream is always dictated by the chat, which is fun, don't get me wrong, and I'm glad people on stream enjoy it, but that's what got me heated today. And also, I need to remember that this is just a game. Like, there's no reason to get, like, super upset about things. So, you know. I don't know. This is just something I feel like will be good for me. In terms of, like, adding a little bit of longevity to the Dark Mirror while we're in this kind of, like, grace period between, like, big updates. And allowing me to test how far I've come. Because I feel like at this point, I'm pretty consistent in the Dark Mirror, or Dark Mirror 10, I should say. Like, I've been playing enough of it over the months to feel like, I don't know. At this stage of the Dark Mirror's existence, I've seen pretty much all there is to see. But I also, on top of that, I am, like, you know, learning every day. Like, if you guys remember, in the very early stages of the Dark Mirror, I could only win with, like, defensive strategies, and then I moved off of that. But I used to struggle with the Leiana Sisters a lot. And I haven't really struggled with the Leiana Sisters as much lately as I used to. I used to struggle a lot in Act 3, Part 1. And I don't really do that anymore. I'd say my biggest weakness currently is probably like Act 4, I guess. That could be it. Because like I still kind of struggle with the executioners. They're pretty nasty. I took this, by the way, because Minotaur is kind of pretty decent at utilizing something like this, because all of his attacks are like right in front of your face, punching you type stuff, and like some of his abilities, he like hurtles himself at the enemy. It gives you a lot of time to have your shield break and get those stats. Though this is an item I feel like could do with a little adjustments. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it just feels like it's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. Let's see if we can get it to work here. It's not an item I take as much as I used to. Even though it has direct synergy with Attendant's Pauldrons, because they're both Fortress and also, oh, by the way, I didn't say this at the start, but this is going to be a pretty try-hard series for me. Like, I'm going to be trying pretty hard to get wins, which means I'm probably going to stay pretty meta with my choices. Occasionally, you know, maybe doing an Omen run if I come across an Omen that I find to be good for the run or something. But Dark ability choices are going to be pretty standard stuff. Inscription-wise, I'm probably going to stay within the confines of what's normal. But that does not, like, you know, mixed damage runs, like, people might be saying, well, you're kind of known for doing mixed damage runs. Mixed damage runs, to me, are normal. I kind of do want to take this just to hedge my bets. Like, it's early enough in the run where I could definitely hedge my bets with something like this. Like, maybe I come across a Balanced Skull, and I build a mixed damage run from here. And you might be saying, Haxa, I thought you were going to try hard. This to me is trying hard. Like, I can easily make something like this work. Like, you know, to some people this might be crazy, but to me this is like run building in Skul the Hero Slayer. Like, I always say it's a sandbox game, and I'm half joking when I say that because obviously it's a roguelite, but it's a very open-ended roguelite if you know what you're doing with it, and you can get a lot of stuff done you otherwise wouldn't think is possible. So like, we'll grab this now, for instance. Maybe we make something crazy work here. Maybe we completely swap off of the Minotaur. That's the kind of thing I like. I'm sure most people wouldn't take the Bone of Mana there, but Bone of Mana is an incredibly good item, and we're not pigeonholed into either the Minotaur or the Monkey. And now we have this skull. We could maybe go forward with a half Power Skull, half Balance Skull run, or we could just find another good Balance Skull and fully lean into the Bone of Mana. Like, if this is Petrified Gargoyle, I'll probably take this. There it is. Now we're on a magic run. It's that simple. That's the kind of run building I recommend people do. We could even just go mixed as well. Like, nothing stopping me from, for instance, taking this. And maybe we swap up of the Frost Skull. However, I'm thinking at this point we kind of lean into the gargoyle a little bit, because this is the kind of gargoyle stuff I like to do the most. Definitely gonna miss Minotaur, but I mean, frankly, I think our run's better now. Like, these are... In fact, this is the duo I won my first DM10 run with. So I guess starting the streak with the streak where my first official DM10 journey began, with these two right here. However, it's not going to be the same run that one was. That was a very desperate run when I didn't know how to fight the Dark Hero. Also, excuse me real quick. Okay. I could feel myself getting phlegmy. I didn't want to make disgusting nose noises into your guys' ears the whole run. Okay, a legendary. What could possibly be in here? And now I'm at a crossroads. And I think the answer is pretty obvious. But, like, this is not bad at all for specifically gargoyle shenanigans. But, I mean, we take that. Like, it's Nether Mana Suppressor. Now I'm really happy I took the Bone of Mana. This is the kind of decision-making that you have to be open to in Skul to truly get good at the game. Because, like, when people say I'm not offered any items that the run was just not giving me the stuff I needed to build my run. Generally, Skul gives you options. You just need to be flexible enough to know when to bend and turn with the options the game is giving you. Because Skul is very open-ended. We are definitely sticking on our current path. However, that's really nice. Now I can upgrade my gargoyle to a unique. I was thinking maybe Frost, but Gargoyle is probably the right answer. All right. What a start. We've very quickly pivoted. I mean, this is what I live for, man. In Skul. In Skul, to clarify. I live to play Skul the Hero Slayer, which I guess is funnily, like, I'm joking, but I mean, that is what I'm doing a lot these days, but like, in Skul the Hero Slayer, I love going with the flow of the RNG. It's something I always tell you guys to be open to. Always, never pigeonhole yourself, never force a build. And I'd say this is like a very early game, very positive early game example of why that can pay off. Sometimes you take the Bone of Mana when you have Minotaur and Stone Monkey. And I think we can turn this to a very powerful run from here. If it's not already a very powerful run. But it's solid. It could even still, for the record, I said this earlier, it could still be a mixed damage run. It could even not end up with these two. I could end up with like a powerful physical Skul and truly lean into mixed damage. That isn't currently my plan. I'm pretty happy with these two. This is a very powerful way to start a streak if I'm going to begin it here, which hopefully I do. The streak only begins when I get my first win, so if I lose this run, I guess we're not streaking at all. And it's also a good thing that I lost the run right before this run, so we are actually on the first like win of the streak potentially. So we're truly starting together on YouTube here with my audience. Okay, so no World Tree Seed. I do see this, which is pretty good with what we're trying to do here. It's definitely good on the gargoyle, especially. I think it's good enough to take. I don't know if it's a permanent addition, but it's nice enough now. And nothing here is good, so we'll take Go-Getter. Excuse me. I gotta sneeze. Oh! Oh, man. Okay, I'll take this. The classic star. I did say I was going to be taking meta things. This is like the time to take something like that, essentially. It's like we have like the perfect go-getter setup. We have the perfect collection desire. It's a good collection desire. It's at least solid enough. Mixed damage runs tend to be good collection desire runs, which is pretty useful for them since they really like being good collection desire runs. Stats in both directions, you can't really go wrong. Okay, respect him. Like I said, I'm going to be trying pretty hard in these builds, so anytime I can make like a good call that I normally might not make if I'm being a little more frivolous, I will. So dodging damage as much as possible whenever I can, even if it seems minor. Any amount of damage you take can add up in Skul the Hero Slayer. This is a room that you have to take very seriously. This is one of those rooms that I think can have 2 Gatling gunners facing different directions. Where's the other Gatling gunner? Am I mistaken? Nope, there he is right there. So if you kill the enemies too fast, you can get sandwiched. And there really isn't much worse in the entire game that can happen to you than getting sandwiched between 2 Gatling gunners. Like, that's a very, very quick way to take a bajillion damage. You hate to see it, so let's not see it at all. Alright, let's see if we... This shop's going to determine a lot, essentially. We could go freeze if we wanted to, like freeze gargoyle. I think I take this. Like, Succubus is definitely the meta pick. Freeze gargoyle isn't horrible here. I guess the question is, do I lean into freeze? Because we don't really have any freeze characteristics yet. I think at the most, I can get away with doing this and this. Is that what I want to get rid of? I think so, yeah. Like, our physical is still pretty good. I can stand to keep courage for now. Let's look at our pedestals. Artifact would be good. Misfortune is not really that good, honestly. I'm thinking this is a artifact. Do we have rapidity, actually? We do not. Okay. Well, in that case, we take artifact for sure. Must have passed it. Alright, good start. I think we're maybe onto something here. I just need Glacier Breaker. The easiest thing in the world to get, notoriously. Like, that's how this gargoyle becomes a true freeze gargoyle. You guys, by the way, if you'd like, can try and streak with me along. Though I guess it'd be on the Scouts honor system. Like, someone's gonna be like, I just streaked for 8,000 runs, dude. No way. And I'd have no choice but to believe you. We can get rid of this at this point, which means we're off of the courage route, which means maybe we ditch the physical characteristics. If I go freeze, like, you know, like true freeze from here, we definitely ditch the physical characteristics of this build. Because obviously we need a lot of room in our item slots to scale our damage percent. Like, this is gonna another freeze warrior run. This would be a very serious run where I do my best to not go too sandboxy with it. Like, freeze warrior is maybe the worst thing I've ever concocted, and yet somehow it won. I've had stronger runs not win as easily as that freeze warrior run did, which is pretty ridiculous. Like, I don't know, maybe the run from yesterday. That was a really powerful run that should have won, but me playing stupid is what stopped that from happening. Okay, we got really good options here. We actually have, ooh. That is a ice crossbow prisoner. The only issue is I've already invested shards into this. Otherwise, I might be more ready to do that. I think I'm just going to break him. Prisoner will be back soon. I kind of want to commit to these two. It's kind of poetic for me. You know, like my DM10 first ever victory was with these guys. And starting my first streaking attempt with these guys seems just the way to go. We'll see a prisoner again soon. Like, by the end of this streak, I'm going to try and have one with every skull. And then if we continue beyond that point with, like, my event, if I win more times in a row than there are skulls in the game, we'll just start over. Like, reset the dial and begin anew. But also, for the record, if I come across a skull I haven't won with in the streak yet, and it makes no sense to choose that skull, and, like, the only benefit from choosing it would be winning with a skull I haven't won with yet, I will obviously not be doing that, because this is about trying hard and trying to see as far as I can possibly get with a streak. Like, this is exciting for me. This is definitely something I've desperately wanted to attempt for a very long time now. Also, I'm seeing that Menatech 3 might be a very positive for this build. If you noticed, my ice field ability has like a really long animation on it. Look how long that is. I'm stuck in place for quite a while. Okay, we definitely... Ooh. Okay, it's time to get off the physical aspects. Like, fully. It's gone. Well, in that case, maybe I should keep this. Get rid of this. Like, there's still value to be had in the Genius Chain Sickle, but everything else is pretty much on its way out. This will be gone eventually too, but hopefully in place with another sword item. But if we don't get sword, it's not a big deal. There's not a ton of sword things I'm got on the top of my head that would be helpful. Also, we can fix our pedestal here, get something better. Like mana cycle, or we sadly don't have... Oh, I could buy a Wisdom 4, actually. Oh, actually, it has to be Absolute 0 4. I guess we shouldn't. Maybe I should just leave it for now. I'll take the max HP. Because, I might find, like, Glacier Breaker and just have natural, Absolute 0 4. And also, I'm not even committed to the free stuff yet, which I guess my brain lost track of for a moment, so... Like, there's plenty of room to not go in the freeze direction from here. That's the good thing about being open to the flow of RNG as it happens. Pass on that. Also, I need to defeat my Kryptonite, which I've learned as of late. I've come to terms with my Kryptonite and Skul being the Demonomicon. Because I swap so much, it means it's very, very difficult for me to awaken my Demonomicons. It's something that took me a while to realize. It's very much the truth. And these, the Frost Skull is pretty good at doing it, but, Gargoyle is definitely a basic attacking skull. He's going to struggle with this awakening of the Demonomicon. Leiana shouldn't be a big deal because we have two very powerful swaps that have iframes on them, and also Succubus, so excuse my stutter. Succubus. I should have been a DJ. Let's see how this goes. I'm pretty confident that this is going to be very easy. To the point to where I'm probably not even going to fight them the way I sometimes do, where I kill one of them, or I lower their HP enough to where phase 2 will be like much easier. I don't think I have to do that here. Yeah, we definitely don't. They are completely defenseless to me. Not just because of my power, but my defenses as well. Like, there's not a lot they can do to me. Like, if I get scared, I can just push the button. Actually, there's a lot of buttons I can just push. One of them is Succubus. Then I have Swap button. And, of course, Petrify button. Like, that's the good thing about these two skulls. That's actually how I won my first ever DM10 run. Iframe swaps between the two of them pretty much makes them both very capable fighters, especially for new players against the Dark Hero. Like, if you get scared during the Dark Hero fight, just click the swap button, and you're immune to damage for as long as you don't move. Frost Swap especially so has like a gajillion iframes where you're just completely invincible. Would be very fun to actually build that run exactly. If there's a Raven's Monarch Feather in here, there is a Doomsday. Anyone up for a Doomsday run? Not me. Someday. Maybe on the streak, but not today. Tried using Doomsday on stream today. It didn't go well. Ambition? It's ambition time. Now talk about a high roll. Who needs Go-Getter? And I was also, for a very long time, calculating the value of ambition incorrectly. Let's read it real quick. So ambition says, obtain all the following effects based on the amount of core quartz in your possession. 1 or more increases physical attack by 5% per core quartz. 3 or more increases max HP by 4 per core quartz. 5 or more increases skill cooldown by 3% per core quartz. Or 7 or more amplifies damage dealt to enemies by 2% per core quartz. I used to read this only beginning above this number, the stats gain. So like if you had, say, 9 core quartz, for instance, I used to think, or at least I used to interpret it as above 7 or more, it only begins counting your core quartz stat gain above that. So I thought 9 was 4%. If you have 9 core quartz, that's actually 18% amplification. because it starts from 0, and once you get above this number, you gain all of the stats you would have been missing otherwise. So we have 20% damage amp right now, and that can very quickly surpass go-getter value. So in the past, like as powerful as I thought ambition was, I was actually underestimating it. So this is the kind of stuff you don't want to happen in phase 3, and why phase 3 can be such a nightmare, or act 3 I mean. But we're fine for now because our Leiana went so well. Like, I don't have a lot to worry about, and also I just have a very powerful run. I don't even know how that guy woke up, if I'm being honest with you. Probably, actually, it was more than likely a artifact meteor that did it. Okay, I need to get up here and... I'm trying to be as conscious as possible about awakening my, my thing. It's very, especially with all these item effects. But my playstyle is very counter to waking up your Demonomicon. And I don't think that'll ever change. In my opinion, it's not exclusively because of the way I play. I think the Demonomicon value is way too high. I think they do well to lower it a bit. But that's one man's opinion who just admitted to it being his kryptonite, so maybe I'm biased. I don't think I am, but still. Mayhaps. Maybe we can get both of our skills to the legendary before phase 3 part 2, or active. Why am I saying phase 3? What has gotten into me? I don't believe there's any scary enemies in here. Like, when we're dealing with like a Frieza or an ultimate golem or anything crazy, so... Not even a mecha golem, which is actually, in my opinion, scarier than an ultimate golem. So I don't know why I said maybe even for that enemy. He's probably the scariest of all of them. Those missiles don't fuck around. We're close. Actually, we were guaranteed, I think. I think that was the threshold. Not bad. Gotta be careful though, I don't want to get carried away. There's an ultimate golem in here, I know that much. Okay, thank God for freeze. They actually probably saved me quite a bit of HP there. That you'll, under normal circumstances, almost never see me use the Gargoyle's multi-stack abilities. Yes, we are guaranteed. Because we got the common, which is the low roll, and we still get there. Anyway, as I was saying, you almost never see me use the Gargoyle multi-stack abilities, but in this case, I don't see any reason not to since we're trying to get our Demonomicon up. Makes sense. Very rare moment for me. Like, I'm that desperate and dedicated to get this. I think we've hit everyone 3 times, which means I can just go balls to the wall, swap as much as I want now, and not care. Which really shows the power of this run. Like, once I'm unchained, that's when you know. That's when you get to see. Give me your legendaries. Sadly, we didn't get a stack on him, but that's fine. Also, 1 second. My ear itched. What of it? Ooh, oh. Why is that happening so much to me lately? Can I take that? Oh, I can actually. I will take that even. No! That's happened to me multiple times, by the way. It happened to me on stream today, actually. So, shouts to Southpaw. Y'all are killing it. I do love South. Like, that was maybe a little mean. I love Southpaw, and I think they're great developers. They even, like, I don't know, as much as I've played this game, and I gave them kudos for this when the update first came out, the most recent one, I would have never thought to lower some of the inscriptions to 3 stacks. Like, that's not a thing I ever would have been like, oh yeah, that's what the game needs, is that in particular. But it was actually a brilliant move on their part, and fixed a lot of really bad inscriptions and turned them incredible. In some ways, they overbuffed some inscriptions, though, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Like, I think Revenge has been way overbuffed. It's a little too good now. Also, yoink. Easy come, easy go, maybe? We could also get rid of this. The only thing I don't like about this item is how lackluster it is in the late game. What's my artifact? Artifact, artifact, artifact. Wait, artifact, artifact. Oh, on the pedestal. We could take it off the pedestal. I'm kind of liking this freeze stuff, though. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm thinking I'm getting rid of... I never get to use this. I'm going to get rid of this. Call me crazy. I know that that's better for the record. That is a better item, especially these days. But I want to use this item, at least for a bit. And maybe we will never swap off of it, because I'm kind of interested in seeing how Freeze performs without Glacier Breaker. Like, it's something I think I talked about it in my most recent, maybe Warrior run that I did, where I did like the crazy Freeze stupid build. But, like, they've given a lot of indirect buffs to Absolute Zero, where these days it might actually be viable without needing Glacier Breaker or Cat Eyes for that matter. It's actually entirely possible. I feel like our damage is pretty good. We're getting Freeze consistently, which obviously we have the Frost Skull, but I don't know. Maybe it's fixed. If that was the case, then Bleed would be the by and far worst status in the game. Like, it wouldn't even come close. And I have a sad feeling that the devs will never buff it because people don't seem to agree with me that it is the worst status in the game. Like, a lot of the fan base seems to think it's in a good spot, which I completely disagree. I don't know how people think that. Freeze certainly wasn't in a good spot. Maybe now it is. Like I said, this damage actually feels pretty solid. And if the damage is good without... We don't even have, like... and I would take it if I saw it. We don't even have the... What is it? Sorceress's Staff. Or Frost Witch's Staff. Why did I say Sorceress? I don't know. But that we don't even have that item, and our damage still feels pretty dang good. It's possible the Heart of Nias is... Or Nias's Heart is good now. Because this also got buffed in the most recent update. Also, I just realized we kind of have, like, Giga Slow, because Gargoyle has some slowness on some of his skills. So, whenever we use the slowness from the Thief item, when we're, like, I don't know, coming out of Gargoyle's statue with Petrify, it also slows enemies, so they have, like, Omega slowness. Let's see if we can do it here. Yeah, look how slow she is. Also, look at our damage. Like, genuinely solid damage. For how, like, not even really overpowered. I mean, we're doing fine in the damage department. This is, like, maybe, like, Act 4, Part 2 tier damage. We'll see if it falls off later. But, like, this feels shockingly solid. It's definitely surprising me. Maybe this is calls for... What's it called? The one that applies statuses again. Why can't I think of the name of it? Maybe I'm too tired. If I saw Glacier Breaker here, I probably wouldn't take it, to keep it real. Because I'm genuinely curious about this run from here forward. What the fuck is it called? Relapse? Yeah, Relapse. But actually, we have Ambition, so... Well, never mind then. I don't know if this calls for Relapse after all. Yeah, I don't think it does. I forgot about Ambition. And also, I'm supposed to be streaking, so maybe I would take Relapse after all. Because this is meant to be me playing as seriously and tryhardy as possible. Or I mean, I would take Glacier Breaker, I think. I don't know. I I guess I got lost. This is like how I normally play, where it's like, I gotta prove a point. But I'm trying to streak now, so... we gotta play Omega Giga serious. I forgot about Relapse, or I mean, Ambition. Man, my brain is spotty today. It's been an off day. But I feel much better now than I did earlier, that's for damn sure. Let's see if our little friend there, the spokesman of the Mist, has anything nice to give me today. Max HP, crit rate. That's pretty good, I guess. You can't really go wrong with it. I would think I would prefer attack speed, but no big deal. Oh, you're alive? Jesus. Figured Succubus would do him in for sure. Another thing that devs probably ought to do, and I'm not saying nerf Succubus's don't nerf the status that Succubus applies, or maybe you can nerf it a little bit. Nerf Succubus's damage, because it's kind of weird that Succubus is both like a defensive quintessence that's all powerful and like one of the, if not the best quintessence in the game for its defensive capabilities, but it also does like pretty good damage too. I feel like the devs definitely played favorite with Succubus. I should have let him summon his friend. I need to remember that moving forward. Let these guys summon their friends so I can get extra hits in. Anyone that can summon friends, I should give them time to do it. I'm very excited to get this streak going. I don't know how I'm going to keep score. Maybe at the end of every video, I'll add like a tally. We'll see. Don't give him your money, for the record. This guy's almost never worth giving your money this late in the game. Just free him and let him out. Like, so you don't have to see him again. Frostwitch's staff would have been nice. There's Undyne, but I don't think we need Undyne. It'd be hard to fit her. I guess I could get rid of this. You know what? Sure. Now I don't have to buy this on the pedestal. I can fix my pedestal in here even. Fulgidon more than likely won't happen, so let's not cope over here. This is a terrible item. You'll never see me take it, ever. Sorry. It's just not happening. We can buy Wisdom now. Also, this is a terrible collection desire. Ooh, I can probably sell this at the end of this act. In fact, I can fix both of these pedestals. There's Wisdom. And... Mana Cycle's pretty nice. Revenge is also pretty nice. I'll buy Mana Cycle, though. Alright. Not bad. This will be the official... And I don't know how I'm going to keep... Because, like, I'm going to be doing the streak on stream as well. I guess so it might be a little hard for YouTube to keep up with, like, everything that's happening. But I'll probably let you guys know at the start of every episode where we're at. If not, show the score on the screen. I actually am pretty confident I can streak for quite a long time. Like, especially if I'm not trying to fulfill run requests, if I'm literally just allowing my own decision-making to take over all the time. Especially if I'm going for, like, the best plays I possibly can every single time I can. I think I can keep a streak going for quite a while. But it's definitely going to come down eventually. One of these days, our runs just ain't going to work out, or I'm going to make a bad decision. Or both. And more. More at 10. Or more at 5, I should say. Because that's when I upload. 5 EST. I don't know what time it is for you. God, that joke fell flat in a number of ways. It's like, well, it's not 5 for everyone, Hax. Okay, well, what's your time zone? I have to get your time zone. It's like, okay, well, I will dub over that scene in every single possible time zone in the world. I guess I just have to count back an hour and say that, like, 24 times. I don't know why I took the joke there. I'm nitpicking myself. Okay, this guy. You know, I used to really hate this adventure. These days, I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of slowly but surely gain the same opinions as everyone else when it comes to the adventure fight. Like, I despise the ninja. I really dislike the archer. I'm not too fond of really any of them, but This guy's probably my third least favorite. If not him, and it's between him and the rookie, I think. I just really used to hate how much HP this guy has, and he really can still fuck you over pretty hard if you give him, if he does things the right way. But I've just gotten more used to him as the Dark Mirror has continued on. Gotta be careful. He's probably going to go into his ult after this. No, he is not. There's the ultimate. Fuck you. You can't even hurt me. I could have waited a little longer. I just feel like having like a little bit of a flashy play there, you know? Sometimes you just gotta dunk on your enemies. Really show them who's boss. Occasionally using the down attack on the Frost Skull. Okay, we should max out our attack speed and skill cooldown here. And then it's time for damage percent. Yeah, we're super maxing this out. I think this is it. It is indeed. Alright, the rest goes here. Because we actually did well enough in that fight to not have to heal, which is always nice. Just give me a bunch of Nat legendaries on the way out, and let's max scale our Arachna. Okay, that was really scary. Disaster NPC being there is always just the worst. Okay. Well, actually, it's a good thing I woke him up. What am I talking about? I need to hit as many enemies as I possibly can. With abilities, that is. So. Money. We've been very poor this whole episode, so I can pretty much use all the cash I can get even still. There's not a ton of room for growth for this run, but there's still some. Obviously Glacier Breaker. Even just Frost Witch's staff would be pretty nice. We also are suddenly getting a ton of doors, which is something I would have loved a long time ago. Even with me trying and like I can't like how early do you guys get your Demonomicons awakened? It might just be my, and I know in part it is my playstyle for sure. Maybe entirely even. I guess I'll wait till I hear from you guys. But like it takes me so fucking long to awaken my Demonomicons, and I feel like it's just because the number is so high. Like obviously, definitely my swap playstyle plays a role. If you guys get your Demonomicons awoken in like Act 3, or it's like, it only takes me like 5 minutes, it's like, okay, well then I'm just super fucked with my playstyle when it comes specifically to this item. But it's just shocking to me. Okay, we got a lot of bone shards here, which is nice. Did I accidentally buy HP behind that? Like, did an HP orb appear up and I buy that? I didn't mean to do that if that's what happened. I noticed I healed there, which was a mistake. But also I think I can safely say, and obviously Ambition's playing a role, but like, I feel like freeze runs are like in a much better spot than they were previously. Like, if the items that we had still sucked, this run would not be doing as well as it is, despite my like insane damage percent and Ambition high roll. I think freeze is just like a decent status now. Like, you can pretty consistently get there without having a high roll, even like a unique. You can do it with what we got right now. Obviously, Undyne's a unique, but she's not doing that much. Okay, this is a special room, and we'll take the bone shards. And also, you can cheese this pretty well with Gargoyle, obviously. Like, Gargoyle, this is like essentially free. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Oh shit. Oh shit. I say it's free and then I fuck up like 8,000 times. Oh no! Okay, that's kind of embarrassing, honestly. I tried to cheese it too hard. Don't do what I did. Just cheese to a normal extent, okay? Normal extent of cheesiness, please. Except... Okay. Oh, fuck! Okay. Do I just tuck my tail between my legs now, or do I keep going? I'm gonna keep going. Sunk cost fallacy and whatnot. Just... Don't judge me, man. I fucked it up too many times. Really, it's kind of ridiculous that I've fucked up this many times. Okay, there we go. I guess that last jump's a little hard with Gargoyle, if you're not playing normally. Just play normally, I guess. That makes it a little easier. Kaboom Bomber at the very last second. That can be a dupe, by the way. I should have not broken the Bomber to see if that was a dupe, but it was a unique, so it couldn't have been a dupe. But still, like, the odds are possible. I think I actually fucked up one time in one of my videos. A natural dupe on a gambler because of me breaking the gambler as soon as I broke him out of the bubble. So don't be like me. Always check for the dupe. In fact, it might even be smart to complete the puzzle first, but maybe the dupe might not work there. I don't know. It's just a hunch that it works there, based on what I know about how duping skulls works in Skull. Maybe this run, I don't know, because like if our freeze was carrying our damage percent here, Act 1, Part 1 of Joan would be very difficult, so it's actually possible that it's just like our insane DPS, or damage percent, that's carrying this. We'll see. We'll see how quickly we kill Joan compared to the pedestals, because we're doing a pretty decent job on these pedestals, which kind of leads me to believe that freeze isn't a big portion of the damage that we're dealing, but now we'll know as soon as we get up here. That was a little cheesy. It's looking like freeze actually isn't a big part of our damage. So maybe it's too early to say that freeze is what's carrying this run. It's possible this run would be better without the freeze stuff attached to it, but who knows? Well, based on what I'm seeing here, it probably would be if we just had like normal damage, but I don't know. At least it was worth testing it. And I guess it's not definitive. It's possible that freeze is still not in a good spot. You probably at the minimum need Frost Witch's staff to make it work, like truly work. And obviously having Frost Skull helps as well. Though we have pretty consistent freeze even without Frost. Excuse me. Do we have room for this? Wisdom. Okay, yeah, we don't have room for that. All my wisdom items are better. However, I will break it. In solidarity. Okay, I might sell Collection Desire here. It's 100. And I get... Actually, that's probably not worth it, right? Yeah. I'd rather keep my money, honestly. Let's just go. That can't be worth it. It's not that much. We're gonna get a lot of stats from this. Like, even 100% Collection Desire is still, like, pretty worth it. At least compared to Ambition. And... we have more as we scale up, because I've seen my stats be higher than that. Alright, now I have to be very cautious, or conscious, I should say, to make sure I awaken my Demonomicon. I should probably be Frost for this. Frost is going to be better at this. Glacier Breaker. Nope. Alright, fine enough. That's good. Purple Flurp at the end's nice. Here's our kit. Our 2 skulls we beat the first time, we beat the Dark Hero for the first time with these two. Began our streak with these two, where we began our entire Dark Mirror 10 journey. Feels pretty poetic to me, I like it. It was a pretty neat strategy I cooked up back then, just to have like constant iframes. I'm not gonna have to rely on that this time around, but I'm sure the iframes will help. And this isn't the first time I've used these two since then. Alright, so our Demonomicon is awake. Now we truly don't have to worry about things. I'll read the Demonomicon here in a moment for people who maybe don't know what it does, because it is a fairly new item. Magic attack increases by 60%, much like the Forbidden Sword. Upon using a skill 4 times, one of the 3 spells written in the Demonomicon is triggered for 10 seconds. And the spells, your guess is as good as anyone else's. They don't tell you what the spells do. We just see the effects of them on the field. Though I'm sure a data miner like Mr. Bakanudo would know. Maybe y'all should ask him. Or maybe I'll ask him, I don't know. What they do has to be in the code somewhere. And I'm sure every spell has a different thing that it does uniquely. Be kind of weird if they didn't, huh? Fine by me, sir. I still have to take this fight seriously, though. Keep in mind, I am trying to do my best to win here. Like, this is like me trying harder than you probably see me trying a while. No dumb mistakes like in the Rider video. That's for damn sure. Like, no cocky plays that get me killed for no reason. None of that garbage. I'm trying my hardest. Okay, that's bad. Okay. Gargoyle's slowness debuff can actually hurt you here. It messes up the rhythm of the OSU segment, and that can get you killed. It's happened to me plenty at this point. So yeah, I'm fairly confident at this point this run would just be better without the freeze stuff, so... freeze still needs at least like sorcery, or why do I keep calling it sorcery? Frost Witch's Staff, which for the record still in my opinion makes it better than bleed, because at least they have a unique that's easy to use. Like bleed also has a unique in terrible blade shards, but that is like a masterpiece item that is much harder to use than or get than Frost Witch's Staff. Because you need its Masterpiece Awoken version to really make it work. Like, both Freeze and Bleed rely on, like, uniques or legendaries to make them truly powerful. But Freeze has, like, the benefit of not needing its unique to be awoken with Masterpiece to make it actually useful. Alright, good stuff there. Could have been better, but who cares? Going a little crazy here. Definitely don't want to be Gargoyle when he starts his Siphon. That would be... Ooh, I thought he was about to tackle at me. So here comes the Siphon. We definitely want to be Frost Skull when this begins. And I swapped out to this, but I did it for a good cause. Oh, we actually got him. We got him before he... I was playing a little fast and loose there. That is not... Oh, we did have reassembly, but that was not win streaker mentality. That was me playing fast and loose, but I gotta get out of that habit. But it worked out. I probably wouldn't have done that had I not had reassembly. GG's. Or, of course, last resistance, but obviously reassembly's best. I mean, that was a very dominant victory, which is just kind of typical of Frost runs. Like, Frost runs, if you know what you're doing with them, are very powerful. I do get people's criticism of Frost, though, and I agree with them. Like, oftentimes, if you don't have a very powerful Frost run, Frost can just kind of end up stopping the enemy from doing their attack, and then they burst out of the crystal and just continue doing what they were before, whereas Stun doesn't have that issue. Freeze does, so if we're talking between Frost and Stun, Stun is better, but still. Good stuff. Good first start to the streak. I feel very confident about my abilities going into this, but maybe I'll be brought down to earth very quickly. Who knows? But 1 down in the streak, which is nice. Let's talk a little bit about how this run went, and also how this streak's going to go, I guess. Excuse me. So good start. Starting with the two skulls I won the Dark Mirror with for the first time, or at least game 10. Feels good. It's like a nice little circle. I had this idea just because, like, I don't know, my reaction on stream today, I wasn't very happy about it. Like, I just kind of got upset because, like, people made me drop an item that I wanted to keep, and I was like, I just got overly emotional about it, I guess. But it's like, at the end of the day, this is just a game. Like, it doesn't matter that much, and um, I guess I just kind of got, like, I don't know. The format I do on stream is fun, but it kind of gets old for me personally. Because, like, the way I enjoy Skul the Hero Slayer, I enjoy the sandbox feeling of Skul. So, like, being forced to drop stuff that I want to keep, kind of, I'm not, like, I just need a break from it, I guess. So, I've been thinking about doing this streak for a while. I got the idea from a YouTuber named Baylor Lord who plays Slay the Spire. So, if anyone knows who he is, he's very awesome. He's been a content creator I've looked up to for goddamn, like, God, when did I find him? I remember I was watching a Hearthstone streamer named Dog, and he went to play Slay the Spire, and he was like, okay, so I'm done playing today. I'm gonna go raid someone who's actually good at the game. And he raided Baylor Lord, and God, this had to have been back in like 2017 or 2016 or something. I think I said 2014 at first, but I think that's too old. I don't even think Slay the Spire was out back then. But I've been watching this guy for years, and he's done like ladder challenges and streaking, which ladder challenge could also be pretty fun in Skul, if not maybe a little too easy, because like the early levels of the Dark Mirror are pretty easy. I think I could easily clear like a ladder challenge, which is like start at 0 or 1, I suppose, and go all the way up to 10 without losing. That would be pretty easy. But a streak, now that's where you have to like be consistent at Skul. And I think I am consistent enough at this game to streak pretty far. I don't know how long this will go. If it ends early, I'll probably start again. And if it ends too many times, I guess I'll just have to admit that like I'm not good enough to streak in the Dark Mirror. But I think I am good enough, and I'm hoping I will be good enough. We'll have to see. However, hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's going to be me trying very hard and building runs that I think are powerful. And despite the free stuff on this run, maybe not needing to be here and probably not needing to be here, maybe no, in fact, why am I being so tiptoey with my language? This stuff did not need to be here. The run would be better without this stuff. If this was all raw damage percent, it would be stronger. So it is what it is. Also, we kept our voodoo doll. I forgot we even had that. Good stuff, though, ultimately. Like, it didn't matter. I guess ambition is just so strong that it does whatever you need it to do on its own. You don't even need anything else, which is maybe too powerful, honestly. Ambition is absurdly powerful. And with that, I think I'm done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the beginning of hopefully this nice journey we're on, where we keep this streak going for as long as we possibly can. And with that said, I'm done. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.